Thank you for such a great meeting, Southern Youth Foundation of Nigeria, and all the delegates here present. We hope that at the end of this meeting, we'll find a way, issues that will bring about development in this PIA. Thank you, most Heavenly Father, for granting us journey mercy down here, and we hope at the end of this meeting, we'll go home congratulating, celebrating in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen. Good afternoon, everybody. Your Royal Highness, SV Goloko II. You are welcome, sir. Your Royal Highness is here, and other chiefs by the various communities that make up the cluster area of Arade Holdings. It's a rare opportunity and privilege for me to be seated here today. I have same privilege opportunity last time at the landmark hotel Canada when Higher Data Petroleum Resources changed its name to Arade. And again, when they gathered us again at the Presidential Hotel, Barrows. So today, I've been called upon to chair this public innovation. So I want to say that all of you are highly welcome. Their holdings is constituted of various IGS, which will be mentioned, all that is, and Abuadua, Korea local government, and Mopa. So we are there once more to listen to our resource persons and other persons that may enlighten us on the way forward on the Petroleum Industry Act. As the case may be, as communities and host communities, we are expected to key into it for peaceful atmosphere, peaceful, friendly environment for the company so that there will be even development. So I want to stop there at the moment so that the resource persons will take it from there to the next level.
I've been still thinking of what to do as national president of Southern Youth Foundation of Nigeria. I also double as President General of Russia National Congress. I was thinking about PIA, Petroleum Industry Act. Well, there have been a lot of problems. So I now come up with this idea to enlighten our people a one-day talk show. And they say charity begins at home. Nigeria Delta or River State is too big. Let me start from the company, the host community of OML 54. That's the former NGPR now Ahmad. Just my senior brother have said. Obere, Oshiboko, Ugumeze, Omeraka, and Otare. And we have Rumegbe community in Emo. We also have Ikore local government. They are all part of what we are doing. You all are all invited. The PIA, they want to thank the leadership of the National Assembly for passing this law, the PIA Act. They will now look at the problem that have happened over the years, over time in Niger Delta between the oil company and the host community. Both times, because of this PIA now, it's no longer business as usual. The company and the community should key into the PIA. There is provision for community trust fund. I believe that if the community understand the critical version of the PIA and the role they play, what they owe, they have to call the people who are community trust fund development agents to account for the money that is accruing to their trust fund, so that the money can be used. Earlier before now, in Obe community, before this time, they used to do they used to carry people in higher institution, women above the age of 80 years, they pay them, but they are no longer paying them again. I believe that the PIA should be stick into. The community should understand the role they will play, their obligation. The company also should also look at this thing. I believe it's no longer business as usual, where the community will demand for So everything is embodied in the PIA. So I am calling for faithful implementation of the PIA. And that is why I must, when I come up with this proposal, I was looking for sponsorship. No matter how small, I must commend the management of other holdings for saying, okay, we will be happy if your people, especially they specify that come Caribbeans have people from Obere, Ugumeze, Oshiboko, Omaraka, and Otare, people from this area who have the picture. They have promised to be here. They supported this program to hold in no small way. They said they will be happy to see that this program hold. I want to use this opportunity to wish you happy Easter. Today is Easter Friday. Good Friday. So this program is being supported in no little way by Arade. I want to thank the management of Arade. I want to thank the community affairs manager, Mr. Blessed Okoro and Alhaji Buba, for supporting this program. And I believe that it is aimed to enlighten our people. And I'm happy to see in our midst our Royal Highness, who is elegantly seated. He honored this invitation to be here. He is a very busy man. While he's here, I'm aware that he even have another engagement. He had to skip other of his activities. Your Highness, I'm very proud of you honoring our invitation. You can see, Your Highness, that your people are here, Obere people are here, Ugumeze people are here, Oshiboko people are here. These are your immediate people from your kingdom. And you are one of the majesty that highness that is hosting this this thing. I will believe that you will be using your good position to also join us in the call for the company and our people to key in this ITO PIA so that there will be mutual understanding between the host community and the company. I believe that the company too should do their own so that there will be harmony between the community and the communities and the company. Having said that, we have a little, just like I said, we have in our midst a resource persons that will be telling us a little bit. I believe that the PIA was originally designed, they took time National Assembly to pass the PIA. They passed through all the things. The PIA is now a law. If it's well implemented and we key into it, we will not be having a problem. The message I want to say is that it's no longer business as usual. The politics have changed. What will we do, communities? Tell the companies, let's use Obere, let's use NDP, this Alade, Ugumeze, Oshiboko. Let's use it as a case study. Or actually, we have the president, Southern Youth Nigeria Delta. We have here cases of confrontation. But if this PIA, the companies are told, do what is in the PIA, I believe that there will be no much confrontation.
It's a pleasure to be in your midst this afternoon. My name is His Royal Highness, Chief Prince Speaker here, the Eze Ibu Olufo II. Please permit me to stand on the protocol already established. Petroleum Industrial Act to me, as well as the companies are concerned, is a bond that is between the host communities and at the same time the companies around. Especially if the company have to do this A, B, C to us, we also have to reciprocate by obeying 1 or 2, 3 rules and regulations of theirs. For example, if we are keying or we already started keying into this PIA, Petroleum Industrial Act, it means that 3% that they are giving to us has conditions. And the conditions are: 1, if they are trying to honor their own part of the agreement, we should always make sure that the pipelines and the gas, all those things, were not being tampered with. Because if it's been tampered with, it will be reduced from that 3%. That is the agreement. Yeah, so we have to key in. Definitely, it is an act from the federal government of Nigeria. It's not just by the company. Before, we used to have what they call a GMOU, but now it's no more GMOU, from my understanding, and I think that is what it is now. That is Petroleum Industrial Act. Just like the organizer of this occasion have rightly said that some time ago, we know that our old mothers have been given some stipends monthly or so, but these days all those things are not happening. That means that the company are not keeping to their own side of the agreement. Although I've not seen the agreement, all that, but I know that there's a binding between them and the host communities. So if both sides maintain their own part of the agreement, I'm sure there will be peaceful coexistence between us all. Yes, because I know that with the PIA, there will be a lot of, there could be, I mean, I'm sure there's advantages over there. For example, in the PIA, there will be reduction in the hazardness of pollution, and especially in the water and also in the land. Meaning that we are not tampering with their resources because we are not experts. As far as we are not experts, any puncture, anything we do will create hazardness in the area. I know that the flowing of gas and all those things cause hazard, but the more we put ourselves to damages of the company's properties, the more hazard we are into. But keeping to that means they always have to maintain their own part so that our boys or our people don't get tempted into going to scatter or puncture their properties to cause more hazard in the area. Also, the basic provision of basic amenities. For example, in that PIA, there is a clause that says that that percentage given to the communities or to the clusters, that amount of money, for example, will be used. It's not to be shared individually. I know that that money will be used to build things like school, what do you call, hospitals, town halls, borehole waters, and those, etc., etc. Things that will enable the community to survive basically. And when that one is provided, definitely means they are touching our lives. For example, in a remote community where a woman wants to deliver and the hospital is very far, like up to Ahoda East, and then there's a cottage hospital within that Obele community, the woman can easily deliver there instead of taking the risk of going up to Ahoda. So those are some of the basic advantages I know will be there. Then there will be cordial relationship because once there is peace, there is development. When there is peace, there is happiness. The relationship between the companies and the host communities will definitely be more. As far as we communities or host communities are maintaining our own part, the company itself should always try maximum to make sure that their part is always being maintained. They shouldn't bring trickish life into the agreement by saying that their companies, maybe the government is behind them, they have the police, they have the everything. But they know that once we start tampering with their, or once start tampering with their facilities, definitely the national income or whatever that's supposed to accrue the country will definitely reduce. Them also as a company, their pay will also reduce by whoever that owns the company. We say that people who are not working well have been on the throne for the past 7 or 8 months now. A company like Aradel, as you mentioned, if I knew that it's Aradel, you mention Aradel here, I would never come here. Sincerely speaking, I would not. I won't have been here. I only came here based on the organizer's invitation. Because if, let's say, the manager, what do you call the community affair manager or what, cannot remember to come and visit me as the royal father of the host communities of the area, then they don't have respect for me. And they are saying that we should key into PIA. Are they keying into on their own side?
No.
The truth is that the owner of the company will not be knowing some of these things they are doing. Because the company is not theirs. It's just like they say in India Parliament, they say government work is God's work. That is a private business, for God's sake. So you know that somebody employ you there, and the public, the local kingdom can write and make sure that you are removed from there, and then maybe they can transfer you to other place. Maybe it will not be that juicy, like the way it is here in a local kingdom, where they are have their facilities. And the name also will remain in the record as somebody who is not managing the company well on behalf of the CEO of the company.
My name is Charles. I'm working with Connected Development. It's an NGO. we our offices in Abuja, but we have offices in all the 36 states of the Federation. I am the state support officer for Rivers State. So when I got this invite, I was so delighted to be here because we've been talking about this program for a very long time. I wouldn't bore you with so much word because, like I already have said, he has already thrown more light on this issue. So I want to give you a little brief of what we do in connected development. We are a Pan-African organization. We have presence in Nigeria and also 10 countries in Africa. We've already clocked 10 years in Nigeria, working with government, with grassroots and mobilizing the campaign for good governance and social accountability and transparency. We hold government to an account, we don't fight government. When it comes to things like this that benefit the community members, this is what we are known for. I have worked in Rivers State for the past 7 years and I've worked in 18 local governments in Rivers State. I have gone to so many communities. I've worked in Abuja East. Presently, I'm working with the American community and Hill local community, which have carried so many activities with them. So, PIA, as it entails, is a lot, which I call it a blessing now. If Nigeria found the oil in 1956 and up till now, this is the only time we could be able to have, let me say, liberated to have our own right to speak out the way we want to speak and interact with government and also have access to our natural resources. I think this is the right time. Petroleum Industry Act has been on the pipeline for so many years, which this is what the community was fighting for. But it came to limelight on 21st of August 2021. So 21st of August 2021, that was when it was signed into law by then President Muhammadu Buhari. So when this was signed into law, I know so many communities like my website don't understand about Petroleum Industry Act. It may like it to sound new to you, but it's not new to you. I'm so glad that Eze have highlighted the key points of what we need to discuss in just 10 minutes. He has given us a total breakdown of why we are here. Please, if you don't understand, I'll give more light to it. I'll be talking about this on radio. We do sensitization and we do a program awareness so that community members, I'm from Akwa Ibom State. Like my community in Akwa Ibom State, I'm not oil producing community, but I was opportune to, like, if I'm working in Rivers State, and which is one of the biggest oil producing community in River State in Niger Delta, I am so enlightened that all the communities are supposed to be like Abuja that we are seeing, because we have natural resources in River State. We shouldn't fold our arms and sit down again. It's high time we need to stand up and speak for ourselves. My aide have said something. He said even he understood that the 3% I've given to us is not enough. And communities are advocating for that. Yes, I want to give you a typical example in our Bible, even our community. And I'm standing here, quote me anywhere, wake me up anytime, and I will tell you this. They have gone far, when I mean far. As at last year, I've been hosting town hall meetings in different states. And presently, I am working in a project called Power of Voices Partnership, sponsored by Oxfam. Oxfam is an international organization. They sponsored us for the past 5 years. I've just finished the phase 4. It was 5 years program. I have just finished the phase 4 of the project. I am about to start the phase 5 in this month of April. We are starting the phase 5, which complete the 5 years. And I've been hosting, we are working in 6 states. Rivers, Cross River, Delta, Imo, Akwa Ibom, and Rivers. So, why am I saying this? There has been a lot of impact. In River, Akwa Ibom State, out of the 6 states we are working, is Akwa Ibom State that have already gotten the impact. They have gotten their money because they follow the due process that the Petroleum Industry Act have already put on ground. And as we speak, I'm boldly to tell you that they have gotten the tune of 20 billion naira because they have already followed the due process. Let me give the details of what you need to do. I don't want to bore you with so many words. Petroleum Industry Act is 3 years. It closed 3 years last year, August. It's getting to the 4th year now. It's not just a temporal activity, it's everlasting activities, which it has already played a role like what the GMOU has played. If you check the act, the GMOU ended in 2023. Don't operate on that platform any longer. It is on the PIA Act. Don't operate on that again. The present act, whenever you engage any community, any company that want to operate with GMOU, you are being cheated on. Let me give you in clear terms. It's just like this white that my chief is wearing. In a pure terms, you are being cheated on. So the Petroleum Industry Act give you the license, give you the right, give you the platform for you to operate and have right on your resources. Please, I want to say to this. the regulatory body of the petroleum industry who are there? National Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC. They are the regulatory bodies of the petroleum industry now. And who are you? Even if pipeline passed through this where I am standing, and as a whole, you are one of the host community, and that is what is in the act. Before then, it was not like this. So, what are you need to do? Please, I will beg you to constitute your board of trustees, advisory trustees, non-advisory trustees. Please register your host with CAC. This is now operating on a platform of business because you are paying tax to the government as well. If you follow this due process I've mentioned to you, you will get your money. Now, let me let you to understand that even the backlog of money that since PIA was signed in 2021 into law, that he did not have your money. So far you follow this due process, please put any company that operates in your community. They knows about this, and you must be paid the backlog of all the monies you've been owed. Nobody should take your 1 naira. But what will you do? My chief have spoken. If you vandalize the pipeline, it's going to affect you. If you do this, it is law. Let me tell you to understand that. Look at what they went to do. If they check the act and they told you that if you vandalize the pipeline, you have to charge $2 million. And if you calculate $2 million, you should run into millions of naira if you vandalize their properties. And which we don't want to do that. Please, any community. I know I've not worked in any of your community, but I've already mentioned I work in Odemere, which is in Awoda East. I work in John Karama 3, which is in Awoda West. I work in so many communities, and I would have love to work in your community because we, as organizations, look at what we do. So many organizations don't know how to come into it, and we use our platform and connected development to mitigate the gaps between the regulatory body and the community members. So the community doesn't know how to start from. They don't know how to start from, who to engage and who to meet. We use our platform because yes, we are just like the back end pushing you, but we are there behind you to tell you what to do so that you can be able to get it done. Please, I want to say this, and I really want to emphasize on this. My chief have said, what are the basic amenities we are looking for? We look for a good hospital. We look for a good school. School in your community, a good road, good water drinking. Now, it has even diversified to climate change. The women that they used to give money before, there is a percentage they used to give to community members, and the agents have clearly stated PIA is not saying we should share the money. We are not to share the money. The 3%, if I mention the 3%, how much is it entail? You will say, I wish I am not. In every communities, any company that is coming to work in your community, they understand the document about Petroleum Industry Act. So I want you to all to follow it. I don't have much time. Maybe we started the time we gave them to this. How would I entirely give you the full details of what we need to do.
On this occasion, the PIA is a document that ought to be faithfully executed by the company. Speaking from the point of view of past experience under NDPR, is the company, are they really faithful? It's a big question. One thing about Nigeria, what is in the document is different from what people are doing, and they just get away with it. Now, we're talking about 3%. How is the 3% calculated? I think it's a very crucial question to answer. It's not just about saying 3%, 3%. As a resource man, from the records of company operations, how do you arrive at 3%? Who is there to do the computation on the side of most communities? I know in management, even when we talk about making profit and losses, a company can decide to defraud the shareholders by declaring losses. through frivolous activities. Is it not true?
Yeah, true. Right.
So under this PIA, as we are so celebrating, what are the modalities for calculations? These are very critical questions we must ask. They are keeping this money. They are trading with it. They should return the interest in addition to the principal. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Now, the formation of the board of trustees, I don't know how they're operating. It leaves much to be desired. The community chiefs don't know what is happening. The board of trustees, they are doing in collaboration with the company, and at a point, the leadership of the community is not aware. So, Arada is not here, so I don't need to talk much. I don't need to talk much. But the issue of calculating how this money comes to us is a critical issue. The His Royal Highness mentioned about this company, they don't recognize the head of the communities. I can say it without contradiction, especially this present leadership of the, he has not visited the Royal Highness in the Abua axis. You don't know my house. I'm telling you for truth. But these are people that are they are working in my community, taking all the monies, everything. They are not employed. You talk about PIA. Is it all about life? What of the employment? When this employment, they will bring people from Lagos, from everywhere, and feed. Have we taken the records of the people that are employed in Arada? You that is talking about PIA. Have you? I mean, it's very shameful. They are talking about PIA. What of the issues of employment? How about the issue of contracts? So, when we talk about PIA, I just laugh. It's a glorified way to silence the communities. That is my own view. Until we really make it to work, then you can dispute my claim. I think I just leave at that because
the Otare, I am very, very grateful. This occasion we have come here to do today, it is an eye-opener for me. Glory be to God. Because we have not had anything. We are only hearing PIA. In my own community, I have severally invited these our PIA people, the CAC, the management, and the DOT chairman. Please, you have been having meeting with Arade. Please come home and tell us how you are going with them, so that we know what this PIA is all about. We don't know anything, but until today, we have not seen anything. So I thank this my young man. I think what I will suggest is for us to, we in 54, we will have to come up together and embrace this success of this our fund. He will lead us, I am sure, from what he has said. He will direct us on what to do, and then our money will easily reach us according to how it's supposed to be done. I'm not collaborating with the RRD because they are there to keep our money and be using our money. So this is just what I can suggest. Please, OML 54 communities, host communities, we will have to come up together again. And I thank this our comrade Ebony the ambassador of this our Orashi region, for bringing this our committees in various communities together. It has been a very difficult thing. We don't from left and right. We don't even know our time. We don't know even what we are doing. So I thank this our comrade very seriously, and also all.
Stand on the existing protocol and comrades on the CDC General Secretary of the community. This gathering today is a welcome development, and I thank my brother, Honorable for calling us today. I also thank the source person that I just energized the PIA in terms of what is there. Thank all NSCC that are present and fellow community leaders. My starting point is this issue of PIA. Everybody talk of PIA, 3% of it. I've forgotten about the environmental set of issues like kindness. They have told us issue of contract employment, the extant laws, both local and international. It is explanatory. It is explanatory. But when organizers talk on these issues, like just His Highnesses of Zambia, they come in another turned new face. But it's not a new face. Why I should reason that is because the beauty, everybody, every time they are specifying beauty. Community leadership don't interact. Whenever a contract is proposed, according to them, it's needs assessment. But they say impacted body, not only the board of trustee members or management or CAC, but other impacted bodies will have consultation. That is the company. But they won't consult the leadership of the community. And they connive going at the back and select a few of their friends who don't even function well because most of them are not versatile in this issue of PIA we are talking about, or the administration of human beings. When they scripted them, like our community will make objections, or due to we don't want disorder, you have to say, okay, let it go. Even after that, up till now, there's no way forward. Just as you have said that, how will the community have asked of this issue of how much is accrued to each community? What is the parameter of calculating the PIA? What are the facilities involved? If it is by facility, if it is by any measure, let us see the transparency and accountability. The PIA talk of transparency and accountability. So if you are not accountable to the people, and you said you put friends, you scripted and put there as BOT members, as CSC management only, you say it's a community that brings them up. To me, like today, my presence here, I was so glad that when my brother sent this invitation, I asked my chairman, please, let us do, whether it's a short notice, let us do all we can to be present here. So I think it's about the communities coming together to work in synergy and make sure what is this, because they accumulated, just as like our honorable chief Highness have said, they accumulated. Who will ask for it? And if there is interest that will be followed, because this PIA from August 21st, 2021 was signed into law and operational, effective from that date. It's not a thing that they say it is after we inaugurate BAT or it's after. No, we drag put them before they inaugurated BAT, which some of us became petitioners. But you must be bold to stand for your community. And also, make sure when you are standing for your community, you must be transparent, just like the resource person has said. Not when they corner you, you call us the corner and they say, take this, forget about the community. You take that and forget about the community. Then the children unborn will suffer the effect of our failings today. What brought about Niger Delta militancy is because our fathers failed us. And because our fathers were not able to negotiate as prompt to set our children free from the bondage of the cabals. So today, I think everybody should understand why we are here. When we are going back to our various homes, we can be able to reorganize our
direct community, set almost the mind of everybody here. But my question goes like this. The PIA did not talk anything concerning employment, just like at the parliamentary last ask. Nothing concerning employment. Now, and I ask, it's not the business of business as usual. Now, it is a different business altogether. Now, this contract that is coming to the community, who approved this contract? This money that is assigned to the community, how do the community access their money? Correct. This is just a simple truth. If they can tell us how we can access our money, now you'll be talking about hospital, school, good hospital and good school. Now, who will bring the contractor? Is it the company? Is it the BOT members? Or the community members who bring their own contractor to come and do the job? Now, who signed this money? Because this money is with the BOT management and CNC there. Now, they will just come one day, they impose contractor on you. This man will handle so project. Is that how it will go? If it is like that, no way. It will not work. So, put all of this together and get back to them. Tell them they should do the needful. Whatever they know, it is good for the community. They should do it right. Thank you.
3 minutes to 3 minutes.
I'm conversant with the issue. It's a pity that Aradel is not here. We would have bombarded questions to them. And this translation of messages are always one shot, either correctly or wrongly. Now, for the past 3 years, why has money not been in the community trust fund? Aradel should answer. Why? For the past 3 years, we were inaugurated. No single money, because I've asked our representative how much is in our Otare fund. He said nothing. Is it Esau's hand or Jacob's voice? So, this organizer, ask them that the community are saying nothing in the trust fund. 2, who is to do the work for us? Are we to do the work by ourselves, or they are to screen their brothers to come and work for us? And anything we see, we take it as usual. Where is the change we are expecting? So we are seeing even worse than for Tare. For the past 3 years, no single project. It was better in this former CAC than now. So we were living, we were in Israel, in Egypt suffering. Say we are going to promised land. You would have allowed us in the desert in Egypt to suffer rather than dying in the wilderness. That's my own contribution.
My name is Ed Babran, the Secretary of the Basic Commission. It has been said all, but there is body on First, this place is not comprehensively constituted. The bodies responsible, the representative responsible here are not there. So, first, I make a suggestion that this is the first meeting. They should sponsor the host, that is the company, RRD, should sponsor this at a subsequent time. Enlightenment is not only one day, not one-sided, it must be comprehensive. Being taught that, my question goes to the resource person. You have been saying that the PIA BOT must be registered with CAC with our money or with the company's money. And we all know the management system in Nigeria or in general, how registration and management of a company is supposed to. Two, you have been saying following the due process. Due process in Nigeria is very complicating or ambiguous. I expected that you would have told us from A to Z the process of it. If you do not know, the RRD should also inform us what is the due process. Finally, from our views, from our representatives in various communities, we are aware that this thing PIA, they shift their burden to the BOT. When the community now asks what is happening with this so year, they say go and meet their BOT. And the BOT has been a sacrificial lamb to them, even to the community. The BOT will be crying. From the inception since 2022, nothing has been done. What holds is in RRD, but in some other companies like AG, ELF, Total ELF, Share, the PIA is effectively working, just like as you referenced in their community. Their community is not hosted by the, it's not hosting RRD. I feel that the RRD system is a different ball game regarding the BOT, regarding the PIA policy. In this case, I would have retrospect something that RRD began this thing. This PIA is a mother of, is a brainchild of RRD. That time it was NDPR. And what the NDPR did then was very palatable to the communities, in which we have already known the source, how you can achieve something depending on the effectiveness of the leadership of the community. In this case, telling us the game pose has changed. They should also be here telling us how the ball should be kicked effectively for us to score goals. That is my humble.
Hello everyone. My name is Emma Oyaga, Otari woman leader. So I talk about those old women that will reach 80 years. Those are our women. Some cannot be able to work. Some cannot even go to farm. They cannot even to find what to eat. And if the company are paying them every month the money, if they receive this money, they will be happy and they will be strong too. And they will be thanking the company. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I have observed, sincerely speaking, I hold my talk with the paramount ruler of Abua, who says so many meaningful issues. But we have a constraint. I also noticed that our message communication to them may not be as it is, but I would have loved this house to do one thing. One, a high-powered committee will be set up from this house we will sit down and make proper documentations so that if the certain president is going, we only report what the committee documented. So that if it is 2, 3, 5 items, we will present it accordingly. 2, I want to urge all the OML 54 communities to come together. And have review meetings, regular review meetings with our representative in the BOT quarterly, where all the executive of the community, the leadership of the communities, and our rep in the BOT will come together. All the host community will come together with them. We speak so that they are the right people to communicate and know what the community, so that we will hear from them direct. I believe that if we do that, we will achieve a lot, because only one community raising voice of the host community of Aradem, we will not achieve most. So I will plead to the organizer that use this opportunity that you group all these communities together. Let the community come together with their representative, so that we'll ask ourselves questions. You are the one, all the BOT members who represent each of these host communities, they owe us an obligation to give us feedback, to report to us, to report to the community, dialogue with the community, and find a solution to affected problem. Because if you cannot identify the problem of your community, you cannot solve that problem. Thank you.
To everybody, the chairman of the occasion, I'm standing the executive protocol. I just want to ask a few questions. The resources personnel, if the BOT are concerned in things that we do in the community, what about the employment? I need this question to be answered. First.
For reposing confidence on me, believing that I can do, I wish some of them are here. They would have seen that I did not always bring together the people from Obe. I have actually gone a step further to bring people from Okumese, Oshiboko, Otare, Omayaka, and other eminent personalities from across the Niger Delta. I must thank you all for honoring the invitation. I thank them for the little, for the encouragement they have given to say, call your people. Ordinarily, you know, I would have just, but I just said that because of the document, the PIA, our people, I have that desire, a burning desire for our people to understand the PIA. Just like our resource person have said, the PIA, like before, while our exit that just where front of the day was talking, where I begin to distribute something, part of the PIA document that was given to me by Mr. Blessed Okoro. And while I was here, while he was obviously sent another one, and said that if they make sure that everybody that attended this program, another PIA document he has sent to my WhatsApp. I should make sure that everybody get one copy, even after the program. I should make sure everybody have one copy of it. Now, if you look at the document, it talks about those community development trust fund, provision of section 235 of the Petroleum Industry Act 2021. Also make provision, just like our resource person have said, for our CAC, registration of the trust fund trustee, it would have remained in the desert. No, let us not remain in the desert. The time of MOU or community development assistance, this PIA, if we embrace it, the message is let's embrace the Petroleum Industry Act. If we embrace it, there are provisions, there are clearly stated this thing, our money we will going to get it. Just like Otare Pomeri has said, the money is somewhere, accumulated interest. Be rest assured that the confidence they repose in me by the leadership of what can I say, that the message that we have said here will be taken straight to the company, the management of RRZ. I can tell you, it was the managing director of RRZ himself that approved the token of support that was given. So to me, what we are saying, we are taking the token of support to do their own part. The PIA is well documented document. I believe that if everybody does their own part, there will be no problem in the community. I must, at this point, say you have tried. We never knew. I apologize that the program.
Second, Comrade MNIB, JPAP, National President, Southern Youth Foundation of Nigeria, cum President General of our National Congress.
All right, so again, you just organized a program, a video enlightenment, an enlightenment program for host communities of Ireland. Again, how can you, there are concerns raised here by the people. What do you feel about these concerns?
Yes, the concerns are timely. That is why we had this program, so that we can share ideas and we can channel the idea back to the appropriate quarters, to the appropriate quarters, management of Ireland. And the communities are here, and it will tell them to note that I boldly said Ireland gave a token of support, which I appreciate for this program to hold.
Okay, away from that again,
yeah.
They talked about the issue, PIA started operations in 2021, and they talked about the issue of funding. Arade had up to now funded the program. How do you feel?
Yes, I feel that there is a lacuna, that this program could be a bridge, could be a way to fill the lacuna, because now we have known that the terms to talk about host community development trust fund, that has to have some trustees, chairman and what have you. It has to have backing of CAC, So the concern raised are noticeable, and we are going to come up with a community to communicate the concern of the communities to Arade, so that the issue raised by communities like Otare, Obere, Gumezi, and all the communities, including His Royal Highness Ezigbo, will be properly channeled to the appropriate quarters.
Again, what would you have to tell the participants and the communities, host communities, finally?
I will call on the participant and host communities to actually embrace the PIA. The PIA. The PIA is a law that has been using over the year, passed in 2021. It's aimed to bridge the gap between the host community and the company. It will create harmonious relationships. So I believe strongly, having perused some of the documents of the PIA. PIA will create a better understanding between the host communities and the company. And I started with this OM54 communities. I believe that it can also go to other communities in Niger Delta.